You better watch this show, or the dog gets it.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of That Comic Book Show. I'm your host, That Comic Book Guy, with
Isis
and JC, and introducing the little adorable Sharkbait. Yeah.
Sharkbait.
Unfortunately, well, actually, not really unfortunately. Like, the good thing is, the God of Thunder wasn't able to make it because we told him we were gonna meet him at a regular location, but we were like, nah, we're gonna meet him at an undisclosed location.
April Fool's on him.
But it's not April.
So you're saying he's out of the Owen sleep now?
I heard he was out of the OSC. I heard he was out and about.
But we don't know for sure.
Yeah. But that's why we replaced him
It's a
with.
rumor.
So we replaced him with Sharkbait
Okay.
because he's more adorable.
Yeah, I like him better.
Easier to talk to.
Yeah. Yeah, it's actually easier to talk to. Yeah, you're absolutely right. So
What's the guy again? I'm just making fun of him.
Thor. Yeah. Well, anyways, we're gonna. There's about a few books we're gonna talk about this week.
Not as big as last week, but still,
But
some good stuff came out.
A lot of good stuff came out. All right, moving on. All right, guys. Today's first book is going to be Clive Barker's Next Testament #2. This book was actually really good this week.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, like a friend of mine like happened to recommend this book to us, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. It's made by Boom Studios. I mean, how bad can it be? Like, the best things they have is either Adventure Time or Garfield or Peanuts. I'm like, well, we'll see what how it goes with this. And man, it was good.
Yeah.
It was really good. Like, apparently the story is about a man, and for those who don't know, the story is about an archaeologist named Julian who had a dream, and in his dream, he was supposed to find something very, very deep in the desert. So he goes to where he was told in his dream to go, and when he digs deep enough, he finds like this weird, like, pyramid case looking thing, and in it is none other than God. But it's not just any God, it's the Old Testament God. Like, hellfire and brimstone, I ain't taking crap from nobody God. Like, the one who rained fire down on Sodom and Gomorrah, and the God who flooded the earth to start anew or whatever. Well, on the first issue, we discovered that he finds the Old Testament God, and apparently it looks like everybody's screwed. And on the second issue, we see a lot of fun stuff. We see we like, not really like, well, for those who don't find a lot of fun, there will be a lot of controversial stuff, a lot of interesting stuff coming. And it talks about like the parts that he remembers from the Bible, apparently not accurate with the Bible, and the parts that he's not there for, he finds riveting because they're different than what he expected it to be.
And when he meets people, he can look within them, and he can call them out on the bad things they do. And if they're good-hearted people, he'll leave them alone. Maybe even say something nice about them.
Yeah. Trust me, it's very, very, very interesting. You just want to see what he does next.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows.
Yes, nobody knows.
Because it hasn't came out yet. That's next month.
It's not next month. It already came out this week.
Well, yeah, the next issue.
Oh, the next,
the next issue,
Right.
yeah.
Pretty sure. But yeah, overall, we recommend you grab Clive Barker's
Yeah.
Next Testament #1 and 2.
1 and 2, yeah.
Trust me, it's really, really good.
Okay, wait for #3.
It'll make you want to read #3.
Yeah. Moving
and so
on. All right, our next book today on our list is Trinity of Sin Pandora #1, written by Ray Fawkes. Take it away, Isis.
Well, the mystery of Pandora is over.
Yay! Will you tell us about the Speed Force and how she got in and created the New 52?
No!
Aww.
But we do find all the history about her and how she came to be.
That's boring.
Google that.
So, boring can be fun.
No, it
I
can't.
know that doesn't make any sense, but
So how does she go with the history?
The history of it's basically 3 million years ago, pretty much, and it shows the Pandora's box and how she opened it, and then she released sin all across the world. So now everything's her fault.
So she's the one who released the 7 deadly sins.
Yes,
Aww.
and so they refer to her as their mother, but she doesn't like that. So she basically has to wander the earth for all this time and basically see what she's created and let loose upon the world. And she basically tries to stop or keep whatever she can from the sins in order of destroying. And there's an appearance of someone.
Cool.
You tell me.
Oh yeah, I remember. No, it wasn't Batman.
That'd be cool.
And not Vegeta.
Oh.
I know it made him cry.
Goku.
No, it was Vandal Savage.
Oh, he lives forever.
Mhm.
Yeah, the caveman.
Yeah.
I remember because I looked at a few of the preview pages for the book, and I remember I saw her in I saw Pandora in the beginning. She looked like a cave woman.
Yeah.
So I was like, she's a caveman. I hope Vandal Savage goes there, makes an appearance.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't make an appearance till the freaking colonial times.
Yeah. And you'll see the little discussion between them. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
What are they talking about?
I'm not going to tell.
Yeah,
You have to read it.
You gotta read it to find out.
Yes. Read it. Pick it up and read it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So was it a good book?
It was. If you want to find out about Pandora, which I'm sure most of you are very curious about, and all your questions will be answered, at least most of them.
How did it feel? How did it feel? When you read it?
I felt like the writing, it was very descriptive without being too wordy, and it had a lot of imagery in it. It basically, it might seem like a long read, but it's very interesting. Just keep reading it, and the ending is what we saw at the end of Justice League, whichever issue that was,
Yeah.
or one of the Justice League
I
issues.
want to see what I want out of the book. I just want 2 things. I want to see how she got into the Speed Force, and how she talked to Barry while in the Speed Force, because only speedsters can be in there. That's why it's called the Speed Force. And
Maybe she was dragged in. Superboy was dragged in.
yeah, but she was there on her own. Who the hell dragged her in?
Bart.
Really, Bart, out of all people?
Reverse Flash.
Reverse Flash? No, he's dead. He died in Flashpoint.
Okay, fair enough. This is supposed to be a new universe.
But he died in Flashpoint. Well, at least the cool one died in Flashpoint.
Yeah.
But at the end, you find out where she's going to go next.
Oh, that's good.
So.
Disneyland.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah.
We all get $100 for saying that. Thank you, Disney.
Find the hidden Mickeys.
Yay!
You're number 1. He's not Mickey.
Alright.
Moving on. Alright, well, JC is having fun with his
Bad
friend.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the next book of our list.
Random Stranger.
Number 10. Yeah, they
Yay.
finally had 10 issues.
Mm-hmm.
10.
Good for them.
That's this many. I counted.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, the cool thing about this week's book is that it finally closed the big storyline that we're working with Phantom Stranger going to hell to trying to rescue his family, and he solved the mystery of his family with the Sin Eater killing his family, and apparently he had to sacrifice himself for his family to be saved. But then at the end of issue 9, threw a curveball saying, "Oh no, your family's saved, but they're not alive." He's like, "Where the hell are they? They're not in hell. They're in heaven." And they're like, "Oh," so it's like, okay, now we have to go to heaven.
Yeah.
So they went to heaven and they found the family, and apparently one of the angels told them,
There's a rule.
yeah,
If he wants to bring any of them back, he can only choose one.
so it makes he has to do a really, he has to do some soul searching. He has
Yeah.
to make a really heartbreaking decision.
And
Trust me.
it's a hard
Which
decision.
son does he love more?
He has a son and a daughter.
Yes, son, a daughter, and a wife. That's
Yeah.
his family. But there's also another person that
Yeah.
just happened to be dead.
The dog.
Never know.
God's a dog.
Yeah,
Oh.
in the book. It's weird because in Clive Barker's Next Testament, apparently the Old Testament God, was all colorful.
Yeah, and his name is Wick.
Yeah. Quick. And then in Phantom Stranger, as they like to call it, the voice is what was it again? A cocker spaniel?
Schnauzer.
A schnauzer. There you go.
Schnauzer.
Schnauzer.
Yeah.
It's a funny
Fun
word.
word.
Schnauzer.
Like schnitzel. German.
German. Yeah.
Meister. Schnauzer Meister. Master Schnauzer. No good. I'm just like,
Yeah, another one in you?
I think while my leg walks over.
Fix it in post.
We'll fix it.
See, I have to wait for that.
Yeah. No, like at the end, I'll be honest, the book had a sad ending.
Very sad.
And the cool thing is that it built it, the way the storyline ended, it let Phantom Stranger like give all of his focus to what's coming up for Training 1. So yeah, we recommend you guys go pick it up.
Yeah.
Moving on. Alright, last but not least, we're going to talk about Swamp Thing number 21, written by Charles Soule, and I'm guessing this month drawn by Kano, hopefully, if I'm not wrong. Take it away.
This issue is called The Whiskey Tree, part 1 of 2, and this issue shows Swamp Thing as he ends up in a very small, populated town out in Scotland, where he's trying to find Cedar.
Did you find Grant Morrison?
No, unfortunately, did not. That would be an interesting
That would have
story.
been awesome if you found Grant Morrison. He'd be like, "Hi, I'm Grant
But
Morrison."
somebody else is there. Somebody else we all love.
Batman.
Stop with the Batman! God!
I thought you didn't like Batman.
I don't. I just don't want him to be in Gotham anymore.
So you want him in Scotland, you want him wearing the kilt and the bagpipes and all that?
You want him to be with Grant Morrison so you can sit in his cooch.
No, so Leslie would get him.
Who?
Leslie, the Loch Ness Monster.
Oh.
They mentioned that.
Really?
Swamp Thing actually goes, I don't really want to go in here because they already have their own monster. They don't need me. So in order for them not to see him, since he's the Avatar, he becomes one with this tree. And he describes the tree as being so excited to the point where it's vibrating, and all the other trees around it are vibrating. I know it sounds quite perverted, but you know, it's not the Discovery Channel, but it happens. And while Cedar's there, he ends up giving this, poor, very sad town something they wish for.
Okay.
A whiskey tree.
No way! Oh yeah, they like whiskey. Yeah.
Yes, they
drink
love whiskey. But we find out this isn't any ordinary whiskey. And the townspeople all have this big party out by the tree. There's a bunch of raunchy scenes going on, lots of fights, lots of puking, and all that rated R stuff. And anyway, Constantine's in the middle of this party. Who would have thought Constantine would be there? Well, there's whiskey, so
Of course he's gonna be there.
And he's got his cigarette and all that, and so Swamp Thing's there. So they talk about it, and as they're discussing, Swamp Thing basically is trying to find Cedar, and then he brings up the point why they shouldn't be drinking this, and then Constantine says, "Well, there's people, they're just trying to blow off steam," and so all this stuff begins to happen. Some fights break out, and a few other things, leaving Constantine ending up doing something pretty outrageous and very odd ending. Almost looks like a zombie apocalypse type ending, even though these are just people that are ridiculously drunk. So that's part 1 of this story. I don't know where they're going to be going with this, but we'll find out. I personally want to know more about Capucine from the issue before. She didn't appear in this issue, but she seemed like an intriguing character. Do you agree?
You wanna know what's funny?
What?
Charles Soule, the guy who was writing Swamp Thing and writing Red Lantern, and also writing the Thunderbolts for Marvel. Last week, I read his debut issue on the Red Lantern book, and he apparently, the whole premise of that story was about Guy Gardner being asked a favor by Hal that if he could infiltrate the Red Lanterns, so he could get, so the Green Lanterns could always get the drop on them whenever they want. And Guy Gardner was at the bar, because everybody that knows that Green Lantern knows that Guy Gardner owns a bar in Oa. It's called the Warriors Bar or something like that. And everybody from all across the universe go in, all the lanterns there, go in there and they have a great time, and that's when they go out and blow out steam. Mm-hmm. And Guy was actually talking to one of like the old lanterns, like before Hal's time. Mm-hmm. All those old, not old man lanterns, but I'm talking like like one of those old battle scarred people before his time. And Guy Gardner said, "Hey, I'll make you a michelada." He's like, "What the hell is that?" He's like, "I'll show you." And what micheladas are, it's a specialty Mexican drink that's actually made to cure hangovers. It's made with herbs, spices, and a little bit of alcohol here and there, and whatever. And he said the only reason I'm actually doing this and trying to become a Red Lantern is because of this, for the michelada. And I'm thinking, okay, so I'm interested because it's talking about like the reason he's becoming a Red Lantern is because of the drink. And now on Swamp Thing, he's talking about a whiskey tree. I'm guessing, I don't know, maybe I'm being crazy. Maybe I'm seeing dots that shouldn't be connected. Maybe does he have a drinking problem or something? Why?
That's very possible, but I don't think that drink is going to cure the hangover of these people of Scotland. So,
alright, moving on, folks. That's our show. Hope to see you next time. I'm your host, that comic guy with
Isis
and JC and Sharkbait,
our new mascot.
Yeah.
All right.
So, see you next time, folks, and hope you had a great 4th of July.
You better watch this show, or the shoe gets it. What? Is that not funny enough?
No.
Is that not threatening enough?
I need that boot for work tomorrow.
I don't care if you don't get that, if you get that, you need that boot to blah, 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 blah.
We'll fix it in post.
No, we won't fix it in post. Not gonna get your shoe, it's my shoe now.
Yeah, this might work better. Failed experiment, take 2. Let's go.
You better watch this show. The dog gets it.
Okay, cut. Alright, bring in the real dog. I think that's good rehearsal.
What? Was this not the real dog?
No, we got you a real dog.
Really? We got me a real dog? I thought this was a real dog the whole time. You know how hard it is to see? I'm a freaking burn victim.
Your eyes aren't burnt, your face is. Big difference.
Yes. My face got inflated twice the size of a human head, and now I'm a burn victim, man. I can't see.
Okay. Here, I think this is more threatening than the hammer. It's a big gun. Who wouldn't be afraid of that? That's rapid fire right there.
Alright.
Failed experiment, take 3.
You better watch this show, or the dog gets it. This is not
I think it's perfect.
No, it doesn't work.
It's a wrap. Good job, everybody. Good job, everybody.